So from time to time, people will wonder if they can represent themselves on a DUI. They may think that it's like a regular traffic ticket or something, and they go to court and try to handle it themselves. This is generally a very bad idea. It's such a bad idea that judges typically won't let people do it. If people can't afford an attorney, then the public defender may be appointed at low cost or no cost, depending on the circumstances. But it's such a bad idea that a judge will actually require a person to go over a form. It's actually called a FREDA waiver. It's an advisement of rights and a waiver of counsel form. It's 4 pages in Los Angeles County, and it discusses how bad an idea it is. It starts off with the basics about needing to know how to read and write, and gets into some pretty advanced material as far as constitutional rights. The right to an attorney, the right to a jury trial, a right to a speedy trial, goes into more procedural constitutional rights as far as subpoenaing witnesses, what that means and how to do it. The person needs to be able to do this to represent themselves appropriately, and a judge is going to want to make sure that they understand that. It goes into talking about cross-examination and somebody representing themselves needing to know how to do it properly, as well as bail issues and other self-representation concerns. The form goes over different questions. It asks about educational experience and background, prior experience representing oneself in court, as well as other dangers and disadvantages to representing yourself. It talks about the need to know not only criminal law, but criminal procedure, the rules of evidence, as well as the rules of court, and they're all different. The form goes on to advise that you're going to be up against a trained prosecutor, an attorney who does this all day, every day, and is going to try to possibly take advantage of the situation that you don't have an attorney. You will not get any special treatment, no special treatment from a prosecutor or from the judge. And if you don't follow the rules correctly, you could actually get in trouble, and criminal charges may be filed against you or contempt proceedings for doing something incorrect in court. So you can wind up in more trouble if you represent yourself. The form also goes on to talk about different consequences and how you need to be aware of what the minimum and maximum penalties are and what could happen if things don't go your way. The form goes on to advise again about how difficult it is to know what the defenses are to a case, whether they're legal, factual, or scientific, and how bad an idea it is to represent yourself. But if you would agree to waive all of those rights and acknowledge how bad it is to represent yourself, a judge may, at that point, let you represent yourself in court. Generally speaking, it's a bad idea, and you should get an attorney to represent you. If you cannot afford one, you should request that the public defender be appointed. There may be a cost, but it's better than going alone.